Bell sounds and we are off and running. The winner of this bout will face the PWI International Heavyweight Champion Shane Helms on a future date. Ring of Honors, Adam Page, a former Mid-Atlantic champion in his own right, returning to the Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium against Dirty Zane Dawson. And oh my God, it has started already, Cecil Scott.
And we've got a powder keg in this building right now. Zane has got this crowd worked into a frenzy as usual. What is that, a 25-pound chain he had?
Oh my God. Woo! Page firing away at Dawson.
And don't let Page's good looks fool you. He is as tough as they come.
Yeah, that's a great point. You know, a lot of people, they take a look at Adam Page and his long, luscious hair and his beautiful body and those silky thighs, and they think that this is just a pretty boy high flyer that can't really fight. I assure you, from Aaron's Creek, Virginia, born and raised on the farm, Adam Page is a scuffling country boy. He knows how to fight.
And sweet potato pie will shut his mouth.
Duck from Page. Page and Dawson in the corner, slugging it out here.
Yeah, I've been fighting Adam Page for years, and trust me, he is a tough dude.
Now, having said that, unquestionably he is. You've got to think a wrestling match favors Page.
And we saw from the start, he tried to turn it into a wrestling match. He went for the arm wringer, and we're going to have a dive.
Woo! Sliding drop kick. Zane Dawson goes into the second row.
Yeah, Zane came out looking for a fist fight, and Adam he immediately tried to turn it into a wrestling match.
A wrestling match will favor Page. You've got to believe that a fight will favor Dawson. But man, high stakes in this one. The winner will face Shane Helms for the PWI Championship in the future. So you've got to think that if he's got to throw down and fight, Adam Page will in fact throw down and fight with Dawson, and he may need to before this thing is over, because Dawson clearly did not come to wrestle. He came to fight.
Yeah, sometimes you have to fight at another man's level. You know, wrestling is all fine and good, but if you're trying not to get punched in the mouth.
Great move, athletic move from Page. No cover, he just drilled him in the face.
And seriously, who gave Zane Dawson this chain?
I'm pretty sure he just took that chain from someone.
I swear, you could pull a semi-truck with that thing.
Leg lock here from Page. He's got both legs tied up.
Looks like an Indian death lock. Oh,
look at the bridge. Look at that beautiful man bridging in the ring.
Do you need a moment?
Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies.
Well, we got the right market for an Adam Page match, apparently.
Hey, now.
That's a little too real.
Dawson slips out to the floor. Very, very rare that we see Zane Dawson retreat from anyone. Oh, boy.
No, he went low, and Adam Page, he got out of the way.
Oh, hard against the apron, the edge of the ring, the hardest part of the ring.
And Zane Dawson, he fancies himself as Brody incarnate. And I think that's very, very accurate.
Fancies himself. He might be Brody incarnate.
He might be the ghost of Brody.
Sends him hard into the hardest part of the ring again. You know, if you've never stepped in a wrestling ring, I love every now and then you run into somebody in a restaurant or something like that and they'll ask you how soft it is if there's a trampoline. Cover from Dawson, only gets two. If you've never stepped in a wrestling ring, it's built, the structure and the way that the support is there, it's built to absorb impact. It's built for that purpose. But Cecil Scott, you can attest, and anybody that's ever been in there can attest, it still hurts like a son of a gun.
Yeah, I mean, I've got the medical bills to prove it. It's not, I mean, it's meant to, it's kind of hard to explain.
It's meant to be able to withstand that beating, but it still hurts a lot.
Yes, but you got to remember, it is planks of wood with this a little bit of padding on top of it.
Steel to support it. I mean, it's a structure that's made to be as safe as possible for human beings that are throwing their bodies onto it at, 10, 20 miles an hour sometimes.
Think of it as like if you go to a Taekwondo tournament or an amateur wrestling tournament. There are mats and everything, but it still hurts like hell.
It's a great, great point. Dawson has got Page up in the bear hug. Page trying to fight out. First time we've seen Adam Page in a while here in CWF Mid-Atlantic. Former Mid-Atlantic Tag Team Champion as one half of the Virginia Bombers, and formerly the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Champion. he fought off in that title reign, the Goon Squad, the Aftermath. Adam Page beat a lot of people as Mid-Atlantic champion.
It kind of came out of nowhere to win that title. Very unlikely champion. And I think the last time we saw him, he challenged Trevor Lee for the TV title back in 2012.
Page's career has really taken off in the last year. Signed a contract with Ring of Honor. Uh-oh.
We get a Tiger Driver?
Double underhook is going to be bad here. Drops him over the back.
That Tiger Driver would be too pretty for Zane Dawson.
I'm going to tell him you said that.
He'd much rather break the dude's back.
I'm going to tell him you called him ugly.
That is not, like you talked to Zane Dawson.
That's a good point. Anything more than let him in, I don't really want to say to him. Cover! He only gets 2.
You know how bad this dude is? It's like 10 degrees outside. He just hung out outside until we called for him.
With his chain. Can you imagine just pulling up to the building and there's Zane Dawson dragging that chain around looking like he just committed a murder in See No Evil 2?
Man, he's like the ghost of Christmas past.
For our fans that are watching us for the first time here, Zane Dawson was invited to CWF Mid-Atlantic over a year ago, and in a very short time, he pretty much spat on everything we stand for. Did not fight with honor, did not handle his loss to Arik Royal for the Mid-Atlantic title well, destroyed the lobby, wrecked the place, and said that he would tear CWF Mid-Atlantic down to the point that when Arik Royal, Shane Helms, and others have demanded matches with Dawson, we make Zane Dawson change outside in his car, roll in reverse here, shoulders are down, only 2. We make Dawson change outside in his car. We can't have this guy in the locker room. Literally, we cannot produce an event with Zane Dawson in the locker room because he will antagonize everyone.
No, he cannot be around other humans. I mean, that's just how it is.
So the trade-off that was made, like I said, Arik Royal demanded another match with Zane Dawson. He challenged Andrew Everett, and Andrew Everett accepted the challenge. Shane Helms, after Dawson pie-faced him back at Absolute Justice off the apron, Shane Helms demanded a match with Dawson. When these situations occur, you know, he's a hell of a competitor and a hell of a tough man. So we'll book him, we'll make sure he's here, but he's not, like you said, he can't be around other humans.
And I mean, we are in the business of making money here, and the guy, he elicits emotion.
He's a fighter that people will pay to see.
I think people pay to see him get beat up, and it hasn't happened yet.
Not in a long, long time.
And we talked about it being a fight, but Zane Dawson has started wrestling here. He's really targeted the ribs and the back of Adam Page in the last couple of minutes.
I think Page may have kind of surprised him a little bit, being as ferocious as he is, as tough as he is.
Well, wrestling is one of those things that never goes away. You know, the basics of wrestling will always get you out of a jam. We're going to belly the back.
Too big, too strong.
And that work on the back from Zane Dawson came into play.
Page going up to the second rope. He really lives up in those ropes. Cross body, good ring positioning. Only got 2.
Some great elevation on that cross body.
We talked earlier, the winner of this match will face Shane Helms for the PWI Championship at a date down the road at Battlecade in December.
And you know Zane Dawson would love nothing more than to get another crack at Shane Helms.
That's what I was about to say. At Battlecade in December, Dawson faced Helms for the belt, and with an assist from one of the original Omega superstars, one of the most famous wrestlers on the planet, was here to help Shane Helms retain that championship. Uh-oh!
Shooting star!
He got him with it! 2!
Oh!
2. One of the most famous wrestlers on the planet that was here and helped Shane Helms retain the title. Battlecade 14, available now at ondemand.cwf247.com. And after that, Dawson has pretty much demanded another matchup, saying that Shane Helms had to have help to keep his title. And to be honest, that brutal smash mouth style of Dawson's could win him the match right here. No, that brutal smash mouth style of Dawson has endeared himself to some people. And Cecil Scott, there's quite a few people that agree with Dawson and feel like if Shane Helms had not had an ace in the hole, so to speak, that Dawson would have in fact won the championship.
I kind of tend to agree with that. Shane Helms was on the ropes for much of that match. Jawbreaker, he was on the defensive for most of that match. But let's not act like Dawson did everything clean.
There, got nothing. Whoa, pulled the ref in.
Lariat!
Oh, God! Took Page's head off with the lariat.
And the rookie referee did not have the position. Count.
He said to count it. And he got it. Wesley Crusher, the rookie referee, did not want to do it, but Dawson has won it. That ref needs to get out of there in a hurry.
Get out, kid.
6 seconds, your winner by pinfall, Zane Dawson.
Can't hit my referees, Zane. You cannot be hitting my referees.